Do me a favor, stop shopping for the best price.
This guy introduces himself. He says, "Hey, I'm Kevin." I say, "Hey, I'm Ryan. How can I help you?" He says, "I'm looking at this car on your lot. It's a pre-owned vehicle." And he says, "What's your best price?" That was his opener. No chance for me to have any sort of rapport or relationship building with him, even in just a quick phone call. That can happen pretty easily. Just be polite, be normal, golden rule. But I have no idea why he's even looking at that car. So that's what I started with. I said, "Do you mind if I ask what drew you to this car specifically?" And he goes, "Don't worry about it. Pick a dealership that's got a good reputation, find a salesperson that you know, like, and trust, and get them to negotiate the best deal possible on your behalf. Because if they can do it, another dealer can do it. If it's the same vehicle, that's on new vehicles specifically."
Right. But that's the key thing, is that we're not saying that it's not okay to go and get the best price, of course. And we're going to teach you how to do that throughout this channel. But the thing is that when you call somebody and you just are only shopping for the price, maybe you're going to find somebody who's going to lowball you, but then there's a reason behind why they're lowballing and they're giving you this vehicle, especially on a used vehicle.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan Leverett.
And I'm Phil Menzat. And this is Car Buying 101. Together, Ryan and I have over 25 years of experience working at car dealerships, and we're going to share with you insider secrets so you can save time and money on your next car purchase.
So let's go behind the scenes. Yesterday morning, I got a phone call. I'm sitting at my desk at the dealership. I get a phone call, answer it, and this guy introduces himself. He says, "Hey, I'm Kevin." I say, "Hey, I'm Ryan. How can I help you?" He says, "I'm looking at this car on your lot. It's a pre-owned vehicle." And he says, "What's your best price?"
I hate those.
Oh my gosh. Like, that was his opener.
Mm-hmm.
That was his opener. No chance for me to have any sort of rapport or relationship building with him, even in just a quick phone call. That can happen pretty easily. Just be polite, be normal, golden rule. But I have no idea why he's even looking at that car. So that's what I started with. I said, "Do you mind if I ask what drew you to this car specifically?" And he goes, "Don't worry about that. Just what's your best price?" Man, okay. Listen, I'm willing to work with you. And people that get the best price are usually in a position to do the deal the same day. Is that the position you're in? And he goes, "No, not at all. I'm not buying a car for another couple months." Oh my gosh. And I'm wondering in my head, how many other dealers has he already called today asking the same question on a similar car, maybe the same car? Again, it was a pre-owned car.
Yeah.
And I'm not buying it for 2 months. Well, chances are the vehicle's not going to be there in 2 months. Chances are the price is going to change, because at least at the dealership I work at, we use live market pricing, which means the prices can go up or down week to week. I have no idea if it's even the right car for his needs, wants, desires, income, budget, payments. I have no idea. That approach to buying a car is similar to going like doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor with a headache, waiting for someone to say, "Yep, okay, let's do brain surgery." Like, you go to a doctor to get diagnosed based on a problem that you're having. It's honestly no different with car sales. And if the car sales professional that you're working with isn't willing to take the time to find out why you're even looking at that specific vehicle to begin with, you're working with the wrong sales professional, because there's no such thing as a good deal on the wrong car. And sometimes the best deal does not mean the best price. And sometimes the best price does not mean the best deal.
Yeah, because, and there's a couple of things too with this guy. For one thing, he's looking at a used vehicle. And no two used vehicles are the same.
100%.
Because they have a history, they have previous ownerships. But even if it was a brand new vehicle, for one thing, in 2 months, everything's going to change.
We're going to have different rates, programs, everything.
Every month, everything changes at a dealership for rates, programs.
Yeah.
So you can't say to a guy, "Oh, I can give it to you at this price and he'll be okay, I'll be back in 2 months." You're like, "No, I can't honor that. It's today."
Yeah, 100%.
But
also, if he's looking at something like an F-150 truck of any kind, and he's towing, and I'm just giving him a best price, I'm like literally committing myself to that deal, when that could be the completely wrong vehicle for him, the wrong truck, based on what his needs are, if he's towing with it or hauling with it or using it as a truck should be used. And I need to be able to have some time to sit down with this person and diagnose again what his actual needs and wants are, budget, so on and so forth. And then it's my job to go and find the right vehicle for him, or give him 2 or 3 options and say, "Let's go look at these ones."
Yeah. And it makes sense, because this idea is like, I know what I want. This is the right vehicle for me. And even if the guy is right, though, the thing is that when you're just shopping for the price and the price only, you're not taking into consideration where you're buying your vehicle,
Yeah.
and how they're going to back you up afterwards, and especially with a used vehicle.
Oh, especially with a used
I
vehicle.
mean,
Yeah.
you could go to some. I mean, I know somebody came into where I was working one time, and they're like, they were at the wrong dealership, and the guy goes, "Oh, you've got this vehicle for this price, and it's outrageously low." I'm like, "We've got one, but it's about $10,000 more."
Wow.
And I'm not kidding you, like $10,000 more. And he's looking at it, and I'm like, "Oh, well, show me where you saw it." And I'm like, "Okay, I know this place you're talking about.
Yeah.
This is a place where they get vehicles that have been written off in an accident.
Yeah.
They fix them up, they get them up to shape, and then they sell them for that kind of
Classic
money."
like corner dirt lot. There's probably a
Yeah.
trailer on the back where they do their deals and yeah.
Well, and I told the guy this, but he's like, "No, I don't care. I want this type of vehicle." But the thing is that there's so many potentials. Like, if, for one thing, if you get into an accident, it's not going to protect you as well. But there's mechanically, I mean, a vehicle that's been into an accident and then repaired is not the
Yeah.
same
And
as a
you
used
guys
vehicle.
already know I work at a Ford dealership on Vancouver
Yeah.
Island in British Columbia. It's an OEM dealership. It's a proper, manufacturer store. We sell new and pre-owned vehicles. And we take a ton of pride. We're a family-run business, family-run dealership.
Yeah.
We take a ton of pride in the used vehicles we sell. They go through a 155-point inspection. If the brakes need to be done, we change the brakes. If the tires are old or cracking or worn, we change the tires. We check the belts. We change the belts. We change whatever needs to be changed on the vehicle before we put it back on the front line to resell it. And that there's a reconditioning cost to do that. And our reconditioning cost to do that is higher than a lot of other stores because we do stamp our name on those cars and take a lot of pride in that. But that also means you could pay a few $100s more at my store than at that corner dirt lot where they don't do that. You're lucky to get a Carfax from some of those stores, let alone an inspection report or any sort of history or story on that car. So there's a lot of reasons why the best price is not necessarily the best deal. And this goes back to like point number one, golden rule: treat people the way that you want to be treated and allow a professional to be a professional. Allow them to work with you, work for you, to, again, find the vehicle that actually solves your problem, whether that's a financial problem, something that you're looking to put in your driveway as a toy, something that you're looking to haul your new 20-foot trailer, something that you're looking to put a camper in the back of, something that you're looking to upgrade because your family has grown and you need more room. Let them do that rather than just calling around and around and around asking for the best price. One more thing on best price: if you're looking at new, this is across the board, not just Ford or Honda or Chevy. All of those dealers buy those cars for the same invoice cost. So if it's, let's just take a random vehicle. If it's an F-150 crew cab 301A XLT with a sport pack in it and a 5-liter V8, that vehicle is going to have the same invoice cost at every dealer. So every dealer can do the same discount, which means that calling around for the best price is kind of null and void. Like, you're just wasting your time. It's not wrong to try to go get the best price and maybe have a couple different dealerships negotiating on your behalf. But if you're calling every dealership around, you're wasting your time. You're making people upset with you, to be honest. You have salespeople that aren't going to want to deal with you. And again, pick a dealership that's got a good reputation. Find a salesperson that you know, like, and trust, and get them to negotiate the best deal possible on your behalf. Because if they can do it, another dealer can do it. If it's the same vehicle, that's on new vehicles specifically.
Right. But that's the key thing, is that we're not saying that it's not okay to go and get the best price, of course. And we're going to teach you how to do that throughout this channel. But the thing is that when you call somebody and you just are only shopping for the price, maybe you're going to find somebody who's going to lowball you, but then there's a reason behind why they're lowballing and they're giving you this vehicle, especially on a used vehicle.
Okay, two more points really quick. Also understand that when you just call into a dealership and the receptionist says, "Are you looking for sales, parts, or service?" and you say sales, that phone call is being transferred to a salesperson who often doesn't have the final call on what the best price is. So you're talking to someone that can potentially just lie to you just to get you in the door, just for their sales manager to say, "I'm not doing that price. What the heck did you promise that price for?" And then the whole thing blows up and both parties are upset. So that's,
I mean, that might happen if you get somebody who's really inexperienced in there too.
Last point. Phil, you've been in the business. You've received phone calls just like I got yesterday. Guy says, "I'm looking at that car. What's the best price?" That's his opener. That's all we got to run with. How does it make you feel as a professional that's trying to work with him?
It makes me want to use a lot of language that I'm not allowed to use on this YouTube channel.
Does it make you want to work with them actually?
No, but you know what the thing is? I have almost never sold a vehicle to a guy like anybody like that.
Right.
I have had people call me and say, listen, I'm interested in this vehicle.
Yeah.
If you can get it to me for this price, I will buy it.
Right.
And then I talk to him and I say, are you serious about this? Yes. And I says, okay, here's the deal. I will talk to my sales manager and then I'll talk to him. And if he says he'll give it to me for that price, I call the guy back and I says, if you give me a deposit on that vehicle, I'll give it to you at that price. But I don't, if he's not going to give me a deposit, then he's just price shopping.
I mean, if he's not willing to do the deal pretty much right away, why are we talking about best price? That's trying to be on the 10th rung of a ladder when we should be on run number 1 or 2, step 1 or 2. Also, Phil, when you're dealing with that type of customer that's just literally shopping around for best price, best price, best price, best price, and that's all they care about, if you're the one that actually does sell them that car, how likely are you to
make any money?
Well, not only make any money, but because you didn't make any money, because the dealership didn't make any money, because it was typically not a good interaction on either side, there's no relationship, there's no rapport, there's no trust, how likely are you when that guy calls you 2 weeks later and there's a problem with the vehicle to pick up the phone and say, yeah, I'd love to help?
You mean if I haven't blocked his number? Literally, you want to, but it's kind of like you don't want to help the guy.
No, exactly.
And you know, and people go, "Oh, you car sales guys." I'm like, yeah, if you were in our seat, you would have a different story.
So, yeah, I mean, honestly, all of you listening to this, if somebody called you at whatever type of business that you work at or run yourself, and literally their opener is, I'm looking at that product, what's your best price? And there's nothing else to go off of. And then even when you try to diagnose a little bit further, qualify a little bit further, they just keep shutting you down. How would you feel?
Yeah. Or if I called you up and said, I want your product, but I want you to make no money. And in fact, I would like you to take a loss. Help me out here.
Yeah. Most businesses, I mean, it's kind of ironic because
but it's
the car industry is one of the few industries left on the planet where you can actually negotiate.
Yeah.
And I guess we're sharing the behind the scenes conversations that salespeople have so that you understand that how to do it better and how to have a better experience with the sales professional that's across the table from you. Because there's nothing we want more than to have a good experience with you. So if all you're doing is call around to every dealership in the town, asking for the best price and not allowing a sales professional to be a professional, again, that's the same thing as going doctor to doctor saying, I have a headache and waiting for someone to say you need brain surgery. Let a professional do their job. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with trying to get the best price. There's nothing wrong with negotiating with a couple different stores.
But build that relationship with your sales guy, build that trust with your sales guy, be sincere about wanting to buy the vehicle, and then he'll go to work to get you that deal.
It's the golden rule, guys. We talk about it all the time on this channel. So again, I'm Ryan. This is Phil, 25 years of experience, all the secrets, all the behind the scenes so that you can save time, save money, and have a better experience the next time you buy a car. We'll see you guys soon.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
There you go. Thanks, guys.